So our local art house cinema here in Orlando is celebrating the life and work of David Lynch. And for those of you who know me, you know I'm a huge Lynch fan. It's bittersweet because while I love revisiting his films on the big screen, it's sad that we recently lost him, but I'm really grateful that the Lynchian Theater is hosting a David Lynch festival this week. I wasn't able to make it to every screening, but last night my fellow Lynch fan Josh and I went to see Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. And let me just say, watching it in a packed theater with other fans was an experience. And if you've never been to the Lynchian, it's an incredible little art house theater here in Orlando with a tiki bar outside, great food, and just all around amazing atmosphere. But let's talk about Fire Walk with Me. Released in 1992, the film served as a prequel to Twin Peaks, the television series that originally aired from 1990 to 1991. The show was a cultural phenomenon, drawing millions of viewers into the eerie, surreal world and the mystery of who killed Laura Palmer. But after the show revealed Laura's killer midway through season 2, the audience interest started to wane and the show struggled to maintain the same momentum. And from what I understand, David Lynch never wanted to reveal the killer so soon, but the network pressured him into it. That decision ultimately changed the direction of the series and left many fans feeling like something was missing. So when Fire Walk with Me was released, many expected a continuation of the story, maybe something following Agent Dale Cooper after the season 2 finale. Instead, Lynch gave us a deep dive into Laura Palmer's final days. The film is darker, more intimate, and emotionally devastating, peeling back the layers of the homecoming queen, who on the surface seemed like perfect all-American girl, but underneath Laura was living a nightmare. Tormented, abused, and spiraling into the world of drugs, manipulation, and existential horror. And at its core, Fire Walk with Me is a film about trauma. It takes the surreal horror that Twin Peaks introduced and makes it painfully real, focusing on Laura's internal, external suffering. The film portrays her as a tragic figure who's been fighting against forces she doesn't fully understand, trapped in a cycle of abuse from the entity known as Bob. But unlike the show, which masked its darkness with quirky humor and mystery, Fire Walk with Me is unrelenting. When it was released, critics hated the film. It was booed at Cannes and dismissed as incoherent, and even Tarantino publicly criticized it. But over time, the film found an audience, and today it's considered a masterpiece. The themes of grief, trauma, and the supernatural elements of Twin Peaks are all explored in a way that gives Laura Palmer a sense of closure, something the original series never did. Seeing it last night, it was fascinating to be in a theater packed with younger fans, people who weren't around when the series first aired, people who likely discovered it through streaming or the 2017 revival, Twin Peaks: The Return. That just goes to show how much Lynch's work continues to resonate. Love it or hate it, Fire Walk with Me is essential Twin Peaks. It expands on the mythology, deepens the emotional weight of the story, and stands as one of the most haunting personal films David Lynch ever made. So what are your thoughts on Twin Peaks? Did you watch it when it first aired, or did you discover it later? How do you feel about Fire Walk with Me compared to the show? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned because later this week I'll be revisiting Blue Velvet as a part of the Lynch Festival. Appreciate you going on this film journey with me, and as always, be real.
Sam, you stick with Chet. He's got his own M.O. Modus operandi.